overwhelming credit card debt. These options may reduce a large portion of credit card debt for those who qualify. You don't need to declare bankruptcy or take out a consolidation loan, and you may only have to pay back a fraction of what you owe, even if you have bad credit. National Debt Relief has already reduced the credit card debt for more than 550,000 consumers. So don't wait. If you owe $10,000, $20,000, or even $100,000 in credit card debt, you can now take advantage of this financial debt relief as the cost of living continues to skyrocket. To check what debt reduction you may qualify for, call 800-885-8877. 800-885-8877. Again, that's 800-885-8877.
Destination weddings, birthdays, and other events are growing in popularity.
People are planning their vacations around milestones the most.
We're seeing a lot of birthdays. We're seeing a lot of girls' getaways.
That's Stacy Barber, the VP of AAA Travel.
We are really seeing this trend with the Gen Z and the millennials.
But many are bringing their parents and older generations with them.
Post-COVID has really taught us the value of that, and it is wonderful to see that people are really looking outside the box to find ways to connect and to celebrate those important milestones in their lives.
Stacey Lynn, CBS News.
Skier Lindsey Vonn says her Olympic dream is not over after she crashed during a World Cup race in Switzerland yesterday. The 41-year-old injured her left knee. She says she's discussing the situation with her doctors. Her first scheduled Olympic event is the downhill February 8th in Italy. Michael Wallace, CBS News.
Hey friends, Trey Ware here. Let me tell you, not all water softeners are the same, and that's why I always tell my friends to see Alamo Water Softeners. Now, here's the deal. This month only, when you buy a select water care system, Alamo's going to throw in a free reverse osmosis drinking water system. That's right, absolutely free. And let me tell you, these systems are the real deal. They're made right here in the USA, built tough for our hard Texas water, and they come with a great warranty, too. Now, you just don't find that everywhere. Hard water, it'll tear up your pipes, wear out your appliances, and even mess with your skin and hair. But without their whole home systems don't just soften your water, they cut down on the bad stuff, too. And that means clean, safe, great-tasting water for every faucet in your house. So, do what I did. Call my friends over at Alamo Water Softeners or hop online, alamowatersofteners.com. That's alamowatersofteners.com and set up a free water analysis. alamowatersofteners.com. Alamo Water Softeners, your local trusted water care dealer. Water you can trust for the people you love.
This is Martin Bomba's Rockin' Home Show on News Talk 550 KTSA and FM 1071.
Outstanding. How about yourself? Isn't that awesome? Amen, amen, amen. I feel, just so lucky with everything going on in my life. I mean, between grandkids and my wife's health improving and business and church and everything. It's just awesome. Amazing. And how many people would turn down millions of dollars to do something like that? Amen to that.
We're
We're
going the
going the
right
right
direction.
direction.
That's
That's the most important thing.
Best
Best
laid
laid
plans.
plans.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Why don't
Why
we
don't we
give out
give
our
out our
phone
phone
numbers?
numbers?
And,
The
the thing
thing
is,
is,
Martin,
Martin,
you
you
have
have
40
40
years
years
experience.
experience.
I
I
have
have
40
40
years
years
plus
plus
experience.
experience.
Oh, I
Oh, I
thought you
thought you
said it
said
was
it was
close to
close to
40.
40.
All
All
right,
right,
over
over
70
70
years.
years.
How's
How's
that?
that?
No,
No,
I
I
understand that.
understand that.
Yes.
Yes.
We
We
have
have
Terry
Terry
on
on
line
line
one.
one.
You
You
think we
think we
can
can
start
start
that
that
off?
off?
Hey, good morning. I have a plumbing problem. I have a toilet I bought a super duper toilet that has like the capability of flushing a bag full of golf balls, you know. And I noticed something just recently. It is leaking water and not coming up all the way to the water line of the tank. And I'm wondering, do I have to replace anything? And when I push down on it, it stops leaking. So it's a pretty quality thing.
Or
Or
the
the
golf
golf
balls
balls
got
got
caught
caught
up
up
and
and
warped
warped
it.
it.
Well, I actually checked the flapper, and it's not leaking from there. It's leaking from the compound or the gizmo that makes it, work. So I pushed on that, and the water came pouring out faster than it was just leaking out. So do I have to replace the whole, not the flapper, but the whole gizmo, whatever you call it, the pump, or what is that?
Release.
Release.
Bill.
Bill.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Uh-huh. Right.
Yeah,
Well,
but
but
keep in
keep in
mind,
mind,
this is
this is
brand
brand
new,
new,
so
so
it
it
should be
should be
under
under
a
a
warranty
warranty
from
from
this
this
company.
company.
No, no, no. No. I didn't say brand new at all.
Oh,
I don't think I said brand new at all. No, this is an older one. No problem. Yeah. Okay. Thanks very much, guys. Have a good day.
I
I
heard
heard
new,
new,
brand
brand
new.
new.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
you
need
need
the
to book
golf
off
balls
balls
next
next
tournament.
tournament.
You're
You're
frustrated.
frustrated.
Yeah,
Yeah,
should
should
we,
we? Exactly.
do we
Do we
want
want
to
to
take
take
Christine,
Christine,
go
or
to a
go to a
break,
break
and
and
take her
take her
when we
when we
come
come
back?
back?
Enjoying a healthy dinner that tastes great means eating out at a pricey restaurant, right? Wrong. Healthy Choice Simply Steamers are delicious and healthy. The tray and tray steam technology delivers crisp veggies and tender protein in tasty selections, like Healthy Choice Simply Steamers grilled chicken and broccoli Alfredo. It's a satisfying meal with 28 grams of protein and nothing artificial. Healthy Choice Simply Steamers. What having it all tastes like. The news from Texas is heartbreaking. In the face of such unimaginable loss, Association of Health Centers to make sure that people who have lost so much can still get the care they need. We're providing essential medical supplies and equipment to health facility partners so that the families and communities they serve have what they need to stay healthy. And we're working to ensure that flood-affected communities have access to medical and mental health services. As a first responder to disaster and crisis worldwide,
In 40 years, we've seen time and time healing from the unimaginable is possible, and that the support of people who care makes all the difference. Together, we can bring health and hope to people who are suffering. Visit internationalmedicalcorps.org to find out how.
This is Martin Bomba's Rockin' Home Show on News Talk 550 KTSA and FM 1071.
I'm riding on a midnight cruise. On my way, I got nothing to lose. Sister must go take my hand, lead me over to the promised land. But you better not set your sights on me, 'cause I just might spoil your victory. Don't you dare, don't you tread on me. Don't you tread on me. Don't you try and get something like that.
Scary part is
they
they
get to
get
see us and not hear us. Oops. It's
the wrong way around. Our phone number's here at 210-599-5555. We're the Rockin' Home Show, as you can tell by the introduction. And amen to that. Let's do it.
Hi, how are you guys doing today? Doing good. I had a question. I know that my mother-in-law is going to be moving in with us soon, and we have to take the tub and shower out of that bathroom. We have a mother-in-law suite, so we're going to take the tub and shower out and just put in a stand-in shower for her. We have gotten so many quotes, and they're ranging anywhere from $18,000 to $32,000 just to have the tub pulled out and the shower, a stand-in shower put in. I mean, we're not doing any other renovations to the bathroom. Would it be cheaper for us in the long run to do it ourselves? I know that, and how difficult do you think that might be?
Absolutely. And kudos to you for having your mother-in-law move in.
Yeah.
Me
Me neither.
Yeah.
It depends on what you're doing. Are you putting in those,
the one-day job where you have a simple, or are you putting in a nice tile or a nice, something really elegant? Yes.
Yeah, we're going to be putting in actual tile. I don't want my husband calls it the lick it and stick it.
That's perfect. I like your husband already.
the
the right way.
You're
right.
Can I
Can I
make
make a suggestion?
Yeah.
Okay.
You
You got a bunch of bids. You're not comfortable with them because that's a huge range.
I
I would call Zip and have a conversation with Zip and see what he thinks because I trust him.
No, I have not called them yet, so I will definitely give them a call.
And
when you can have a conversation with them and say, hey, I've gotten these bids, from 18 to, I would say up to $33,000. But bottom line is, you want to make sure you're getting a fair deal. You want to pay
for quality, and you want it to be right. But you
don't want to be taking advantage of it. You don't want something that's going to fall apart.
And I'm not saying
these one day deals don't fall apart. It scares me.
So I don't like the quality of it. I guess it feels cheap, and that's not in line with what our house looks like as is, and so I don't want to
diminish it. Yes.
Devalue it.
Yes.
No, absolutely not. And are there and again, I don't want to disparage that product because there is a time and a place for it, and there are good uses for it. However, if you want to keep an elegance to your home, you want to keep a higher quality look to your home, that is the difference. So, and I'm telling you, call Zip. I think you're going to be very pleased. Be sure to tell them that I sent you and Mike sent you, and you're going to like it.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Appreciate it, Christine. Thanks for calling. Would love to talk to you. 210-599-5555. 210-599-5555. So, good job.
You know what my favorite part of that conversation is?
No, go ahead.
She said, I don't want to bring down the rest of the house.
And that's a smart decision.
That is brilliant.
That is a very smart decision. Because the last thing that you want to do when you are doing a home remodeling project is devalue your home. I mean, that's the exact opposite of what you want to do with a home remodeling project, right?
Complete
opposite of what you want to do.
If you have a $200,000
house, you don't want to spend $50,000 on a bathroom remodel on the master.
But if you got a
$500,000 house or $1 million house, you don't want to spend $12,000 on a bathroom remodel.
You sure don't. One can be much more expensive than the other, and it's not what you would think.
Exactly.
And that's the other thing that Christine asked, and she asked all the right questions.
Very impressed.
Would it be less expensive for me to do it myself? The short answer to that is, in the short run, absolutely it would be less expensive. In the long run, it could be much, much, much more expensive.
Yeah,
I want to bring something up that's one of our topics for later because I'm going to do it anyway. The single biggest lawsuit trend in real estate that I've seen, because there have always been these trends, and one attorney wins and then they all jump on the side.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Is doing work
without permits.
Bad idea.
And you know how long
it takes to check if there's a permit?
A click.
About a minute.
Yeah.
You go online. You look up permits, you punch in an address, it will tell you everything there for the history of what they have. Some of the older homes, they may not have it.
Now, let me tell you the arguments against permits, okay? And I'm not saying I agree with any of these, but these are the things
that taxes will go up.
There's one. My taxes will go up. That's an argument against them. I don't want to pull a permit because then they'll know what I'm doing and my taxes will go up.
So I can do what I want to do.
Right. It doesn't matter if I'm in the city limits. It doesn't matter what the rules are. It's my house. I paid for it, and until they want to start paying for it, then I'm going to do what I want to do. Okay. Hey, listen. I get it. We're Texans. We're independent. We don't want people telling us what to do. I get that. But the bottom line is, if you don't pull that permit, when you go to sell the house, you may not care about that permit, but I guarantee you the buyer does. And I guarantee you that the inspector will catch it.
And the appraiser looks at it too.
And that can absolutely cost you a sale.
Now let's say that's the low side of a problem. Fair appraisal or common appraisal or whoever finds out that you're not the appraisal department. I'm sorry. You know, the code enforcement department, wherever you're at, finds out, they can make you tear everything out.
Yeah, there's all kinds of things that can be repercussions for not pulling a permit. And listen, none of them are good. And guys, this is the important part. Even if it's done perfectly, even if it's done the way that code would require it, just because you didn't pull that permit, it can mess up the entire deal. So don't save $300 to cost yourself thousands.
The last permit I got, somebody said it was like $175.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it may take you an extra day or two or three for the job.
Yeah.
Because you may have to wait for an inspection. But
well, it also depends on the size of the job. I will tell you that the permitting in most areas, including San Antonio and surrounding areas, is based on the dollar volume of the job. So in other words, if you're doing a $10,000 job, the permit is one price. If you're doing a $25,000 job, the permit's another price. It's based on the amount of the contract.
Interesting.
So it goes up.
You would know that because that's your business. Permits for windows.
We pull permits. We have a dedicated person that it's almost all they do is pull permits, close permits, work with the city. Back in the day, and this was probably 15 years ago, whenever permitting started in Austin, when we still had our Austin store, there still are these companies, because for smaller companies, these are a good service, but it's a company that's a permit pulling company. They contract to you to pull all of your permits, to make sure your permits are closed, to make sure that they're all filed properly and all of that. Well, now we do it in-house, and we have for a long time, because we pull that many permits. When you're pulling 2 or 3 permits a month, that's one thing. When you're pulling 3 or 4 permits a day, that's a whole different thing. And so we know the value and the importance of pulling a permit. And that's why if we are in a municipality that requires permits, we won't do the job without pulling a permit.
Absolutely. And think of it this way, too. If somebody misses something, we're human.
Yeah.
We make mistakes.
Absolutely.
It is another check to make sure it's done right.
It's another layer of, and listen, nobody's perfect. I've had an inspector. It's very rare. The inspectors told us, I've had 2 or 3 inspectors tell us it's extremely rare that we go to one of your jobs and find anything that needs to be corrected, and that makes me feel really good.
Absolutely. That means you have the right people doing the installing.
Unfortunately, rare doesn't mean never. But I'm thankful when they find something that needs to be corrected, because it does 2 things. It protects the customer, but it also allows me and my management team to address a possible situation down the line with a particular installation crew.
Absolutely.
And it allows us to correct it before it becomes a problem. And
you have all your internal checks.
Yeah.
But it's nice to have a little external check.
It is. And for instance, and I know we got to take a break, but I'll leave it with this. We even have an independent inspector when we do a Hardy Plank job. When we do a James Hardy job, we have an independent inspector that comes out and inspects the job and puts their stamp of approval on it before the job, in our eyes, is finished. And that, again, is just another layer of protection for the customer. It's not required, but it's certainly something that we feel strongly enough about that that's another check and balance that we put on ourselves.
Beautiful.
So, we encourage you to grab a phone line, 210-599-5555, 210-599-5555. Let's see, let's talk about my friends over at Apple Pest Control. Apple Pest Control, what a great company this is. The Stan Goodson and his whole team just they help you protect your home and your business. Yep, they work on businesses too, and they are incredibly efficient at what they do. They'll come out, they'll assess your home, they'll find out what pest control service works best for you, work with your budget, and then get you on a regular treatment plan. And for us, it's every quarter. We don't have to worry at the Bomba household. They come by, they treat our home. I'm not even home most of the time. I trust their team enough to give them the code to my house and have them go in and do the treatment, and I'm not even there. So I highly encourage you to use the pest control company that my family has used for years and years, and you're gonna love them too.
It's about the best recommendation I've ever heard.
That is unbelievable.
Yeah, if you trust somebody like that, you trust them.
Yes.
And I do, and that's why I highly encourage you, and why I highly recommend Apple Pest Control. Please give them a call today. Their number at Apple Pest Control is, let me find it. What's that number? Help me out, Mike. 210-695-8946. That's 210-695-8946. We're online at applepestcontrol.com.
This President's Day, Pure Talk is honoring Jackson and Lincoln by offering unlimited talk, text, and plenty of data for just $25 a month. Meanwhile, Big Wireless is honoring Benjamin Franklin by charging families hundreds of dollars for the same 5G service. What's up with that? Ben Franklin wasn't even a president. When you switch to Pure Talk, you'll be in business with an American wireless company that supports our vets in a big way and keeps all their customer service in this country. That's important. And you'll be on the same towers the big carriers use, so you'll get the same 5G service without the inflated price. So hang on to your Benjamins and switch to Pure Talk for a Jackson and a Lincoln. No contract, no hidden fees. Dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe, and you'll get 50% off your first month when you switch. That's pound 250, Mike Rowe, for an American wireless company that is truly unprecedented. Pure Talk.
Enjoying a healthy dinner that tastes great means eating out at a pricey restaurant, right? Wrong. Healthy Choice Simply Steamers are delicious and healthy. The tray and tray steam technology delivers crisp veggies and tender protein in tasty selections, like Healthy Choice Simply Steamers grilled chicken and broccoli Alfredo. It's a satisfying meal with 28 grams of protein and nothing artificial. Healthy Choice Simply Steamers. What having it all tastes like.
This is Martin Bomba's Rockin' Home Show on News Talk 550 KTSA and FM 1071.
Well, howdy. Welcome back to the Rockin' Home Show. Martin Bomba here. Mike Hermes right over there. Or as they like to say in French, Mike Hermes.
Hermes.
Seventh cousin.
Seventh cousin twice removed.
No, it's literally
seventh cousin?
Yes. Yes,
You ask him where the checks are, man?
Well, it's kind of funny because as a youngster, we went over there, and it was now if you were to go and get a purse, I would get, if it's a $40,000 purse, I would get it for $40,000. It was the same way before. But again, back then, I mean, my mom went and got a bunch of scarves and all that.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun.
I think that maybe a keychain would be the only thing I could afford from Hermes.
I doubt that.
Oh man, I went on a, it may be, yeah. I went on a catamaran trip with some friends of ours. There was 4 or 5 couples, and we rented a catamaran in the British Virgin Islands for a week. And we all stayed on the boat and ate on the boat, and we'd go to St. John and here and there. Well, St. Bart's was one of the stops that we stopped at. And I had never been in a Hermes store. I had never even heard of Hermes. In fact, I called it Hermes. Yes. And why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I? So I looked like a real dope. I look like a country bumpkin whenever I call it Hermes. But we're walking down the street there, and if you've never been to St. Bart, it's gorgeous. St. Bart is the how do I put this? It's the Rodeo Drive of the island. It is. It's got every high end Gucci, Dolce and Gabbana. It's got Hermes. It's got everything, right? So one of the guys that we're with, a good friend of mine named Rodney, was getting a gift for a friend back home, and he was going into Hermes, and Rodney owns his own business, and it's a very, very successful business, and it's he can afford it, and so he was walking to Hermes, and I said, "Hey, Deb, let's go check out this Hermes place. I've never heard of it." And she goes, "We can't even afford to walk into there. Let's keep it." And I said, "Thanks, honey. I knew I married the right person." How many wives would say, "I want to go in there. I want to go in there"? No, not Debbie. She's like, "We can't even afford to walk in there. Let's just keep going." And so I still have never been in Hermes store.
It's funny because I love going in there, and I love bringing out my debit card, credit card, whatever, because they'll look at it, and they'll look at me. And the first time I went in, I intentionally said Hermes, and she goes, "That is not correct." And I said, "Depends on your perspective." And she looked at me, and I was buying something. I think it was a scarf for my wife, and I put out the debit card, and she looked at that, and she goes, "I see your perspective."
Yeah, it's a different level of human being that whenever he came out and told me how much the scarf, he bought a scarf for his friend, how much the scarf was, I'm like, man, did we make the right decision to not go in that store? I
said something to somebody the other day. I said it would be, I think a scarf is now up to $400. It wasn't even scratched.
Oh, no.
Surface.
This was $75. This was several years ago, and I want to say that scarf was $2,800.
Oh, my gosh.
For a scarf.
I brought the kids' mom some Hermes saddles because they started off as a leather company. And this was in the 80s. It was like $1,200. A nice saddle here would have been $300. Yeah. I mean, this was for dressage and hunter jumper.
Right.
And the long story, we came back and we looked at the same saddle in the States. It was like $7-8 grand.
Holy guacamole! And you got it for
$1,200.
Well, I guess it pays to buy at the source, doesn't it?
Yeah. And the dollar was so strong back then.
Yeah, that's true. Back then it was, but yeah, it's just there's all different levels of people and income levels and what they're willing to spend on certain things, and I mean,
God help him. If I had $1 billion, I don't know if you'd even want to spend $2,400 on a scarf.
If I had $1 billion, maybe. Well, let's be honest. I'd spend $2,400 on a scarf. No.
That's like new cars.
And I say that only because you don't know what your perception of that kind of money would be if you had that kind of money.
That's true.
Right? I mean, it's a whole different mindset. You get into that range. Owning a private jet and a full-time pilot and co-pilot that travels around with you is not out of the question.
No, and sometimes it's a necessity.
And right, if for nothing else, for safety and for security. So, I can't get in that mindset because I'm not there. But I do respect and understand and don't look down on people who have made it to that position in life. Unless God bless them, man. It's fantastic. I think that's, if they didn't step on somebody or do something illegal to get there, good on you. If you
American dream,
it is. And I think that there's a misperception that if you become that successful, you have to be a crook. You have to be an evil person. You have to be somebody that doesn't care about other people. And I don't think that's true. I
know that's not true.
I think there are a lot of very wealthy people who do a lot of very good things with their money. And in our community, there are wealthy people who do wonderful things with their money. We see it all the time. And I mean, I'm not going to start naming names because I could never stop. But there are absolutely benevolent people in our own community that have those kinds of dollars in their bank account that spend them freely to help other people. And that
should be.
And I think that's commendable. I do, and I think that it's wrong for people to paint with such a broad brush that you couldn't possibly be wealthy and have done it the right way. We got to take a break, and when we
probably get back
on topic,
probably so, yes.
I love going off topic, though. I love being able to share our insights and things like that. 210-599-5555, but we always like hearing your insights and questions better.
Absolutely. Give us a call. We'd love to talk to you. Let's talk about Window World. At Window World, we shot some new commercials this week, Mike. They're going to be hitting the airwaves probably mid to late next week, and I'm very proud of them. They were such good spots. They featured me and my daughter Lindsay here in San Antonio, and down in the Coastal Bend area, it was me and my son Dylan, and we shot some good spots. But anyway, be looking for those. Also, new social stuff coming out.
What a great family.
Let me tell you something. And you're not a billionaire.
Who knows? Maybe someone I'm very proud
to say, hey, I'm Martin Lund.
I'm running out of time, brother.
Your family, what you do, you talk about benevolent people and companies. What Window World does for San Antonio, for Corpus, and what Dylan is continuing the tradition up there for even the little things like just going out on the beach and cleaning up a couple times a year.
The Bomba
family, I am very proud to have as dear friends and to be able to say, you need to use this company because they're good people and it's a great product at a great price. And you're dealing with good people.
Mike, I appreciate that tremendously, and I'll get that check in the mail to you.
Yeah.
But listen, at Window World, we are there to help serve you and your family, to help beautify your home, truly, and to help beautify your home, give you something that you're proud to come home to and drive up in the driveway and say, man, I'm glad I made that decision. Everything from energy efficient windows to super elegant windows in our architectural line by Windsor. Be sure to ask about that. Patio doors, entry doors, patio covers, of course, James Hardy siding that looks absolutely great for years and years and years in any color you can imagine. And of course, Brickstone, our flagship product that my grandfather started in 1947. We would love to talk to you about that, stucco, and anything in between. If it's between the roof and the foundation, we don't do foundation work, and at least now we don't do roofs. Everything in between is right on topic for Window World.
And it's done right. It's done at a fair price. And you back everything you do.
What do you do on the windows?
We don't just stand behind them. We stand on them.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-497-0593. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at tra.com or call 800-497-0593. That's 800-497-0593. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
This is Martin Bomba's Rockin' Home Show on News Talk 550 KTSA and FM 1071.
From a pieces I'm calling. From the pieces now.
Welcome back, everybody. It's the Rockin' Home Show right here on KTSA. This is a band that I really miss. I think that everybody's still alive in this band, if I'm not mistaken. They just don't play together anymore. But Velvet Revolver was man. You talk about a killer band. Those guys were so good. If they would have stayed together, I think that they would have been huge, absolutely huge. Phone lines are open, 210-599-5555, 210-599-5555. Can I give a podcast update? Can I do that?
I
would be disappointed. I had it on my notes in front of me to go.
So we are. I'm excited because the last components that were lacking to finish up the studio came in this past week. So this week we will be finishing the studio, and we are hoping that we will do our preliminary shows, start taping those the following week. So I'm hoping that within 2 weeks we will have the first Bomba Pod on the air, on your streaming service, whatever that may be. It's YouTube is going to be our home, and we should have all of our socials up by the end of this week as well. So this next week.
Beautiful. That is very exciting, and I can't wait to watch.
Well, and I've got a great slate of guests that are lined up already for at least the first 5 or 6 shows. And again, if you have somebody that you know that would be a candidate for a show like mine, and it's an interview show, and it'll be an hour-long format. Yeah, Mike?
Line one.
Oh, line one. We got somebody. Oh, Jim. Okay. Hey, Jim. Yeah, we'll get right to you, buddy. That's I'm always looking for potential guests, stories of inspiration, stories of success, people who have gone through life and faced some adversities and some challenges, like we all do. If you're blessed enough to reach a certain age, you've been through some stuff. I'd love to hear about them. And please, drop me an email. Tell me about them. Somebody did last week, as a matter of fact. So I will look at those, and as we can, we'll reach out to them. But yeah, let's get to Jim on line one. Jim, good morning. Welcome to the Rockin' Home Show.
Good morning. How are y'all?
Oh, fantastic, Jim. How can we help you this morning?
Yeah. Do you guys know anything about fencing?
About what?
Fencing.
Fencing, a little bit, yes, sir.
Here, I think is a unique problem.
Okay.
I put up a privacy fence years ago, and it's my yard has a slight incline, maybe about from where the fence is to the outside sidewalk on the street is probably about a foot to 18 inches drop. So there's a slight incline going out there.
Okay.
And I used metal poles, and I put my fence up. And now my fence is all leaning, gravity's taking its effect, and it's all leaning towards the street. Now, I saw online these posts that you can drive into the ground and screw your fence post, which I have metal, but it doesn't matter. I can still make it work. But to it and hold them, put them back upright again. But I'm thinking, well, yeah, that sounds like a good idea, but it probably, after just a few years or maybe not even that, they'd all start leaning again because it's of gravity and such. And so I was thinking, well, I'm too old now to go out here and rebuild my fence. I'm 80 years old. And I thought, well, if I get a fencing company to come out, it's going to cost me a pretty penny. Plus, they're going to have to do something to keep it from sagging. What would keep it from sagging like that?
The only thing that would keep that from, and the product that you're talking about, to me, I'm with you, Jim. And by the way, you do not sound 80.
I was thinking the same.
If I was guessing by your voice, I'd guess you were my age. So kudos to you, man. You sound in good shape for 80.
I get that all the time.
That's awesome, man. That is so awesome. But what I was going to say is that the product that you're talking about, I think, would be a temporary fix at best. I believe, just from what you're telling me, I don't know how deep you set your post, and I don't know how wide the perimeter was for the concrete that you poured around them. But my guess is they were a little too shallow, or the concrete should have been a little wider in the pour. And the only way to fix that is to go back in and either set some posts in between those posts or reset those posts.
I have down here deeper and wider.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot to mention to you. About 11, 12 inches down into the ground, I have a layer of clay that cannot be drilled through or dug through. My posts are all set around maybe 15 inches is the deepest.
Yeah, that's why they're leaning. So I understand if you can only go 14 inches, but if you're only going 14 inches deep, 12, 14 inches deep, and not about 28, 30 inches deep, I would double the area that your concrete is being poured. So in other words, I would dig a hole around the perimeter of at least diagonally at least 24 to 30 inches and pour that area in concrete, because that's the only way you're going to stop those from leaning.
One other possibility is every other section.
Yeah.
Add a post
and do it that way. You don't necessarily have to take the posts out that you have, but add a post in between and do that wider concrete pour. But hire somebody to do it, man. I don't care how good you sound. At 80, you deserve to rest. You don't need to be out there digging post holes.
No, I gave that stuff up a couple of years ago. If I start doing the exercise and work like that, it takes me about 2 minutes, and I have to sit down for about 5 minutes, and then work 2 minutes and sit down 5 minutes. That's kind of a little bit counterproductive.
Yeah, but you hear your comfortable position now.
Oh, that's right.
Put your hat on. You get a tea, and you have your checkbook and watch somebody else.
That's right. Hey, Jim, thank you very much. And if you need, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was thinking, do you think just for future consideration with my children and anybody else I may come in contact with and has a problem, do you think it would have been of an advantage or significant value to have put a concrete footing along there and set the boards in that concrete footing? You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. I know exactly what you're saying, and in this particular instance, I would say not necessarily, because you couldn't have poured it deep enough to make it substantial. It would probably end up leaning anyway.
That's kind of what I thought.
Yes,
sir. The fact it's already done, it would be cost prohibitive now to take everything out, do that, and then redo it.
Yeah.
Extra posts, I think, were deeper and wider. I think, no, well, you can't go deeper, wider. And maybe check, what the PSI is on the concrete.
How do you check what the PSI is on
when you order it?
Yeah, when you if you're mixing it, it'll be on the bag. So if you're using Quickcrete, which in this case you probably would be using Quickcrete, not getting a cement truck out there, it'll tell you what it is. It'll tell you if it's high strength, if it's fast setting, and it'll be on the bag.
I was thinking, because you're right, there's probably not going to be a truck.
No.
When you order it, you can order it different.
Oh, you can, yeah. Of course, yeah, absolutely. But
for a few fence posts.
Hey, Jim, thank you so much for calling this morning. Pleasure talking to you, sir. It's good to hear from you today.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for listening. I sure appreciate it. We're going to be getting into the break here pretty quick, Mike, but how can folks get in touch with you during the week?
We're always available 24/7, because if we're not there, it goes to voicemail. 210-341-1400, or you can email at Holly, HOLLY, at MikeHermes.com, or Mike at MikeHermes.com.
There you go. Drop me an email at mbomba@windowworldtx.com. We've got another hour coming up. Get yourself a phone line. They fill up fast. 210-599-5555. We'll see you next hour right here on the Rockin' Home Show.
Hey friends, Trey Ware here. Let me tell you, not all water softeners are the same, and that's why I always tell my friends to see Alamo Water Softeners. Now, here's the deal. This month only, when you buy a select water care system, Alamo's going to throw in a free reverse osmosis drinking water system. That's right, absolutely free. And let me tell you, these systems are the real deal. They're made right here in the USA, built tough for our hard Texas water, and they come with a great warranty too. Now, you just don't find that everywhere. Hard water, it'll tear up your pipes, wear out your appliances, and even mess with your skin and hair. But with Alamo, you're covered. Their whole home systems don't just soften your water, they cut down on the bad stuff too. And that means clean, safe, great tasting water for every faucet in your house. So do what I did. Call my friends over at Alamo Water Softeners or hop online, alamowatersofteners.com. That's alamowatersofteners.com and set up a free water analysis. alamowatersofteners.com. Alamo Water Softeners, your local trusted water care dealer. Water you can trust for the people you love.
KTSA San Antonio, FM 107.1, San Antonio's news, talk, traffic, and weather station. This is CBS News on the Hour, your home for original reporting.
I'm Peter King. The snow is falling hard from Georgia and Tennessee up to Virginia. Virginia Beach could get as much as 8 inches before it's all over. Correspondent Skylar Henry is there.
The wind, it is intense here already. This area anticipating several inches of snow. We could see much more inland. Crews say that they have been pre-treating roads, but coming off of the last winter storm just a few days ago, they say they'll need all the help they can get.
CBS New York meteorologist John Elliott.
Snow for parts of Alabama into North Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, from Wilmington to Edenton. You're going to be dealing with accumulating snow. That's why you have all of these winter storm warnings and advisories. Wind is going to be a big issue. Power outages, always a concern. Still over 100,000 without power from the last storm.
A partial government shutdown is expected to end with a House vote on Monday. CBS's Caitlin Huey-Burns says the Senate acted quickly and in a bipartisan mode to avoid something much more drastic.
Just hours before the deadline, the Senate passed 5 bills to ensure most of the government is funded through September. And they agreed to fund the Department of Homeland Security for just 2 weeks, buying time to negotiate new rules for immigration and customs enforcement.
That holdoff on DHS funding comes after the outcry from 2 shooting deaths of U.S. citizens during the immigration crackdown in Minneapolis. CBS's Ian Lee says a surprise concert there will help the families of the 2 people killed this month.
Friday's protest grew after a benefit concert with a surprise appearance by Bruce Springsteen singing his new protest song, Streets of Minneapolis.
Citizens stood for justice, their voices.
Proceeds are going to the families of Alex Preddy and Renee Good.
The day after some 3 million pages from the Jeffrey Epstein files were released, some of Epstein's survivors want to know what the Justice Department is still holding back. So do Donald Trump's critics. CBS's Ed O'Keefe.
The White House says there are several, quote, sensationalist claims against the president, and the Justice Department says it withheld about 200,000 documents for various legal reasons, and that their review of the Epstein matter is now complete.
Palestinian officials say Israeli strikes have hit Gaza with deadly results. CBS's Kelly O'Grady.
At least 23 Palestinians were killed in Israeli strikes, marking one of the highest tolls since the ceasefire agreement back in October. Several buildings were hit in different areas, including a police station and a school. A hospital in Gaza says 3 children were among those killed. Israel's military claims they attacked in response to Hamas violating the ceasefire.
Palestinian officials now say 30 people have been killed. This is CBS News.
Real crimes, real justice. Follow and listen to 48 Hours on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Attention! Have you racked up $10,000 or more in credit card debt? Are you barely getting by making minimum payments? With credit card debt reaching all-time highs, National Debt Relief is notifying consumers about significant debt relief options currently being made available to help those with overwhelming credit card debt. These options may reduce a large portion of credit card debt for those who qualify. You don't need to declare bankruptcy or take out a consolidation loan, and you may only have to pay back a fraction of what you owe, even if you have bad credit. National Debt Relief has already reduced the credit card debt for more than 550,000 consumers. So don't wait. If you owe $10,000, $20,000, or even $100,000 in credit card debt, you can now take advantage of this financial debt relief as the cost of living continues to skyrocket. To check what debt reduction you may qualify for, call 800-885-8877. 800-885-8877. Again, that's 800-885-8877.
Tomorrow is the deadline for flyers to have a driver's license or other ID with a real ID star or pay $45 before getting through TSA. TSA says if agents have to check your ID through their system, it could take a half hour, and if you can't be verified, you could miss your flight. When it comes to alcohol, there's vintage wine. Then there's this.
At the historic mining town of Alta, Utah, an archaeological team found a bottle of alcohol buried for an estimated 150 years. The contents are currently being studied. How might the alcohol taste?
I don't know that anyone's going to really like it if they try to drink it.
Operations manager at Moonshine University, Clay Smith, says, however,
You could learn quite a bit from it. Potential flavor profiles, yeast profiles.
is it worth trying to recreate a 19th century beer?
I don't know that's going to yield something better than we're capable of in our day and age.
Stephen Kaufman, CBS News.
And I'm Peter King, CBS News.
Most elves have pointy shoes. I have 4 paws.
Ho, ho, ho! Pallet, how's my favorite helper making the season shine?
Oh, just sprinkling a little color wherever I go. You see, Santa, my person's a veteran, and some days the memories are heavy. When her skies turn gray, I help fill her heart with shades of hope, the purple of laughter, the blue of courage, and the happy hue of joy.
Sounds like you're painting the world brighter.
That's right, Santa. I'm more than her service dog. I'm her living paintbrush. With every swoosh of my tail, I add a stroke of cheer to her canvas. With every longing gaze, I brush love on the picture we're creating together. A masterpiece, wrapped in warmth and tied with a bow.
Now that's a gift you can't put under a tree.
This season, help paint the picture. Learn more at dogsinc.org.
This is Martin Bomba's Rockin' Home Show on News Talk 550 KTSA and FM 107.1.
Welcome back, everybody. It's the Rockin' Home Show, AM 550, FM 107.1, KTSA. Good morning to you. Mike Hermes over there, Martin Baba right here, and your questions, your inquiries, your queries, if you will, about anything home improvement or real estate. We're here at your disposal to answer those questions. 210-599-5555. Good first hour, Mike. Good first hour.
Outstanding. Great callers. I love, when we get great callers. I don't know if we've ever had a great caller.
No, they're usually pretty on point. We've got some great listeners, and I want to give a shout out to a couple of listeners. One of them, and I promised him that I would give him a shout out, and let me see if I can find his card. I put his card in my pocket, I thought. And maybe I did. Let's see here. Oh, I sure did. Look at that. It's Brian with Fine Line Metal Buildings. He's a metal building constructor. He has 30 years of experience. Super nice guy. Super nice guy. I met him while I was in line at Bill Miller's, of all places. Yeah, and he said he was a avid listener, loved our show, and I said, well, listen, man, give me your card. I'll give you a little shout out. So if you need a metal building done, Fine Line Metal Buildings, and their email address is finemetal.tx@gmail.com. And again, Brian Quigley is the owner, 830-730-8887. So there you go, Brian. Hope you're out there listening. If not, be sure to tell Brian that Martin told you to call if you call him. So if you need a metal outbuilding or a shed or a garage or something like that, he can help you with that.
We were out to dinner this week with some clients that took us out, and Holly and I got there a few minutes early, and we're talking at the table. We were at Chris of all places.
Oh, nice.
Amy was our waitress. She walks up. Holly and I were having a conversation. She goes, "Are you Mike and Holly from the radio?" I recognize your voices. And that happens so frequently.
It's always the voice first. It's always the voice first, right?
Always. And Wade, Holly's husband, never believes that actually happens. Because they'll be in the grocery store, somebody will come up and go, "Are you calling from the radio?" And then as soon as they turn the corner, Wade comes back up. It happens, and she thinks she's making it. No, he doesn't.
That's hilarious.
It is. It's a running joke.
I'll tell you, the first time I had an occasion like that in San Antonio, I was young. I was probably 18, 19, maybe 20. And you remember Scrivener's? Do you remember when Scrivener's?
I love Scrivener's.
I did too.
With my mother
and
my grandmother.
I did too. And who would have thought all these years later, my showroom and office would be about a quarter mile, a block, not even a block from there.
Yeah.
And but anyway, I gone into Scrivener's one day and was looking around, and I heard this voice on an aisle over, and immediately I recognized the voice. And I walked around and kind of fanboyed a little bit. I said, "Are you Bob Webster?" And he said, "Yeah, I'm Bob Webster." I said, I love listening to your show, Bob. And this is before I was ever on KTSA. This is, before the Home Improvement Show, all of that. And anyway, so yeah, people recognize voices.
Yeah, it is so cool. And she goes, "I love your show." And it just feels good. When you know you're doing something that people like.
It does, and every time they say thank you for the great information, you help so many people, and we're just getting on here and having fun. Of course we want to help, but we don't think of ourselves as being gurus or any of that. We just like to get on here and entertain and answer questions and hopefully brighten somebody's day and help them.
I'm going to disagree just a bit for a second.
Help you live a little easier. Help you live a little easier.
But I'm going to disagree a little bit. Because when it comes to Windows,
you are
the guru. And you've earned that. You said 32 years of running the
working or running the
company.
Yeah.
You didn't get there by accident. You weren't a success by accident. It was a lot of blood, sweat, tears, and hard work. And now you can share that expertise. If not, there's there are a lot of entertaining people in the world, but you're entertaining and informing.
Well, and I got to tell you this: when you're talking about success, I think that a lot of people, I shouldn't say a lot of people. A lot of people give credit where credit's due, but it's not a singular thing. You don't get successful at any higher level without having a great team around you, without having great people that work for you and with you.
Great partner.
And a great partner. Yeah. In my case, my beautiful wife, Debbie. And, so yes, I'm the face and I get the credit and all that kind of stuff, but never could have done this alone, ever.
No,
ever. So let's get back on topic, shall we? Let's talk about while we're waiting for callers, 210-599-5555. One of the topics that Mike sent over this morning, and I love it, is one that we talk about in passing, but we never talk about in depth. So let's talk about it a little bit, and that is do-it-yourself or DIY versus hiring a pro to do it, whatever it is, right? So
my thinking is
they're non-negotiables.
Okay. Absolutely, and I would agree with that.
Now, if you're going to paint, if you're going to work on your landscaping, if you want to replace some faucets, or if you want to do some things.
You want to rehang a door.
Yes.
You want to put up a closet door, right?
Yes, exactly. Do it yourself, and that's great. Not only you get the satisfaction of saving money, but the pride of knowing every time you went by there, hey, I did that.
Yeah. And I love DIY stuff. I absolutely love. I love to see people do it. I love it when people. It's fun to watch the DIY shows on HGTV and Magnolia and those things. Those are fun to watch. What's really fulfilling though is to see somebody who didn't know that they could do it go out and do it. That's fun.
Yeah.
That's fun because there's a sense of accomplishment, like you said, that you can't get any other way.
Yep. But things like electrical, that's my number one.
Yeah.
Don't mess with that. It can burn the house down.
The one and only thing, if you're gonna work with electrical, the one and only thing that I would say, and if you feel at all uncomfortable with this, don't even do this. But the one thing that I think most people, if they have skill, a little bit of skill, can do is change out an outlet. That's not hard. You turn off the power, flip off the breaker, pop it out, pop a new one in. Even if you don't know what you're doing, look at how it's hooked up and hook the other one up just like it, and boom, there you go.
The one thing I would say that I think most people can do safely, change a light bulb. Anything else?
I don't know that I consider that electrical, but yeah.
I know that. I'm just being a smart aleck. 210-599-5555. Should we go to Frank?
I think we should. Frank, good morning. Welcome to the Rock and Home Show.
Hey. All right, how you guys doing?
Fantastic, brother. How can we help you this morning?
Well, okay, the crazy question I know, but I'm asking anyway.
Okay.
We talked about all these freezes and worried about the water pipes, and I got my those high pressure things that keep them dry on the water faucet outside, both front and rear of the house, and then we were talking about the pipes freezing and that. And my friend told me, he said, Frank, your pipe's not going to freeze. And I said, well, hell's they're under the damn house. It gets cold under there. He said, no, they're on the walls, Frank. And I went, what? He said, they go up in the attic. And I went, you're kidding, man. So that house is over 50 years old, and I had no idea that there were water pipes up in the attic. Is that right?
If it's been redone, then yeah. I mean, if there was plumbing that was redone and they rerouted it through the attic, that's certainly possible.
But in most cases,
but if it's original, highly unlikely that the original was through the attic. It just wasn't done.
Okay, that's what I was wondering about. So more than likely they're under the house.
More than likely they are under the. Do you have a pier and beam home?
I don't know all that stuff.
Do you have concrete under your foundation, or do you have posts holding the house up?
There's concrete around the outside of the home, all the way around.
Mm-hmm.
And
do you have a crawl space under the house? I guess that's the question. Do you have a crawl space under the house?
You know what? I didn't remember what it was, but when you go in the closet where the air conditioner is,
yes, sir.
You can see under the house. See under the house. That part, there's no floor there or something.
That's a pier and beam home, and 99.9% your plumbing is underneath the house.
Oh, okay. So, but as far as this winter stuff goes under there, it should be not freezing. And
you still need to drip your faucets whenever it's a hard freeze, because those pipes under there are not insulated. And yes, it can freeze. And especially if I sure hope you have ventilation underneath your foundation, because you have to. If you have ventilation around your house, that's the other thing, is cold air can move through there, and yes, if it's in the teens, you can freeze pipes underneath the house. So keep your faucets dripping, and it's better safe than sorry.
Martin, I got a question.
Yes, sir.
Why couldn't
anybody,
or why wouldn't they
insulate underneath the house? It just never was done.
But would it be a wise idea for somebody, or would it be overkill?
I think it's overkill. In our climate, I don't think it's necessary. Simply dripping your pipes and being prepared during a freeze, which hard freezes here happen. Let's say we can count it on one hand.
Right.
The amount of times it happens in a given winter. So just drip your faucets, do the stuff that you're supposed to do during those times, and you'll be fine.
Thanks, Frank.
Thank you for appreciate your call.
I'll wrap up Okay, thanks a lot. Bye-bye.
Bye. Jim Smith sent a great little note. Did you read that?
He said the electricity is not discriminating.
It's funny like that. It doesn't care who you are.
Yeah, exactly. So be careful.
It's always good
to hear from Jim.
It sure is, man. I was thinking about him yesterday. I thought that he had dropped off the planet, because I dropped him a text about the new midnight rodeo that's going in down here in Corpus Christi. and he never responded to me. So he's here. He's around. So that's
phone number's here, 210-599-5555. We did it again. We went over the break.
Well, it's what we do best.
Amen.
We're good at it.
Yeah, that's why we do this on the weekend and we do our real jobs.
That's right. That's right. Hey, let's talk about, let's talk about Real Solutions Home. Yeah, let's talk about Zip and Real Solutions Home. Great guy, fantastic human being, number one, but also a phenomenal contractor who can come in and help you with your home renovation. He can even help you with a custom home. If you're looking at building a home, he can help you with that as well. But when it comes to home renovations, and I'm talking anything from remodeling your kitchen to hanging some new doors for you, to completely giving you a bathroom that is livable and luxurious and all of the above. He can help you with all of these things at Real Solutions Home. I highly encourage you to give him a call at 210-862-4995 or go online at realsolutionshome.com. Find out more great information, find out about home renovations, find out about specials that he has going on, all kinds of great information on that website. Of course, estimates are free and no obligation, so just give him a call, have him come out. He'll assess what you have going on, listen to your needs, listen to your dreams of what you would like to see in your home, and then he'll help you make them a reality.
I have one concern.
What was that?
Concern.
What?
I sent somebody yesterday or Thursday. I sent somebody to him last Friday, somebody I went to high school with. I've sent him at least 4, 5, 6 leads in the last month or two. And he's so good. And these people call me and thank me afterwards, you know. He just has to have a whole bunch of crews.
I don't want to
make him too busy.
Yeah, that's the truth. I mean, he is busy. But I can tell you, if he's too busy, he's going to tell you he's too busy. He's not going to take the job. But I haven't seen that happen yet.
Yeah, he does a great job.
So Real Solutions Home, give him a call, 210-862-4995.
All Americans should do what they can to prepare for the future. Donald Trump Jr. here with an important message. More and more Americans are looking for ways to diversify their hard-earned money. And gold is the perfect solution. For example, a gold IRA from my trusted friends at the Birch Gold Group lets you diversify your IRA or 401k into physical gold with zero taxes and zero penalties. You stay in control with a tangible asset that's held value for thousands of years. And right now, Birch Gold is offering a free info kit to help you understand how it works. Just text the word SECURE, SECURE, to 989898. There's no pressure, no obligation, just the facts. You can't predict the future, but you can be prepared, but only if you educate yourself. So take that first step right now. Text SECURE to the number 989898 today. That's SECURE to 989898.
How many of you remember the Buttercrust Bakery on Broadway? We took field trips there from Carroll Bell Elementary and learned about assembly line production. Everyone there had a different job with a common goal. Robin Hopp is here with Big State Financial. There are 3 financial stages similar to that assembly line: accumulation, preservation, and distribution. We will help you with a retirement income plan that you can never outlive. Call me 210-373-6000 or go to my website, bigstatefinancial.com.
It all comes down to this, folks. Yep, the entire season is on the line. My throat has officially thrown in the towel. Sounds like you need Vicks VapoCool drops. They're max strength and vaporize sore throat pain. Whoa! These VapoCool drops hit fast! Speaking of fast, did you just see that play? Yeah, he vaporized that ball. That pun should have come with a penalty.
Vaporize sore throat pain with Vicks VapoCool drops. Use as directed.
This is Martin Bomba's Rockin' Home Show on News Talk 550 KTSA and FM 1071.
Mother America is brandishing her weapons. She keeps me safe and warm my threats and misconceptions. So if you break.
Welcome back, everybody. It's the Rock and Home Show on AM 550, FM 1071 KTSA, and Facebook Live. Hi out there watching on Facebook Live. Appreciate you guys. Always appreciate you tuning in wherever you're at and making this show possible. We appreciate you. 210-599-5555 is the number to get in on the conversation. 210-599-5555. In the meantime, Mike and I were talking about some DIY versus hiring a pro and what is and what is not a good idea to do yourself. Electrical, we're in 100% agreement on that one. Hire a professional 99% of the time. And by the way, I also hire professional electricians whenever I have electrical work done. And it's not because I don't know how to do it or what to do. It's because I value my life.
Yes.
And there are guys who train and train and train and train and get paid very well to do this and do it well. So I absolutely encourage you to hire a pro when it comes to electrical work. The next thing, plumbing. Let's talk about plumbing, Mike.
There are a lot of things
plumbing that people can do. We talked about it earlier this morning when we had a call about after putting golf balls down the toilet. You know, you can do lots of little things around the house. You can do, I guess you can do anything. But I would not want to be doing things that would be under the house, let's say.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
Or if
you have to dig into the foundation. In the foundation.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, minor things, no big deal. But they're probably 99% for electric, probably 50% for plumbing.
Yeah. Plumbing, there are a lot of things that you can do yourself. Things like changing out faucets. Things like changing out the flapper in your toilet bowl.
Absolutely.
Even repairing PVC is something that most people can do. And again, I say with a little bit of skill. If you are completely technically and mechanically challenged, hire somebody to do it. There's no shame in that. But if you have some amount of plumbing skill, you can take care of most of those things. But if it has to do with digging into your foundation or major rebuilds of your plumbing, that is when you want to call a plumber.
Also takes permits too.
Yes, indeed. It sure does.
We had a call about doing the
bathroom or not. Yeah, right. I'm talking about the bigger things.
Right.
Like
a shower replacement.
That requires a permit. Yes.
Yes, it does. And you don't want, she goes, well, would it be cheaper for us to do that?
In the long run,
it would cost them a lot.
Yeah, I think it would.
Yes.
Roofing. Let's talk about roofing.
I'm not getting up on a roof at the same circumstance.
Nope, I've fallen off a roof one time. It wasn't fun. I did not enjoy it.
Wow.
Not fun at all.
Did you break anything?
I didn't. I was so fortunate. My ego was very bruised. I fell off the roof. Thank God it was a relatively low overhang, so it was only about 8 feet off the ground or so, maybe 9-10 feet off the ground. And where I came off, if I would have fallen off another 3 or 4 feet the other way, I would have come down on the driveway. And if that would have happened, I would have been severely hurt. Instead, I came down on shrubs, and they broke my fall. And so I was bruised.
And you got some
scratches.
I was bruised and hurting, but nothing broken. And like you said, only my ego, because it was directly across the street from where our office was at the time, and my mom and my wife were both looking out the window and saw me fall off the roof. And I'm sure it scared the bejesus out of them.
Yeah,
absolutely.
But
I don't mess with the roof, and it can cause so many problems if it's not done right. If you have floods going in, leaks going into the walls, into the attic.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't just have water
come in there. You can have loads. You just, I don't even want to go into there.
Yeah, there's all kinds of things that can go wrong.
Okay.
Jim. Yeah, I'm looking at a comment that Jim made about plumbing. We're not going to share it on the air, though. But roofing, yes. Hire a pro, please. Permits and resale consequences. We talked about that earlier, but let's talk about it again, Mike.
Huge.
You know, first of all, you need to get a permit for what are permittable items. You don't have to get a permit to change a flapper. There are a lot of things you don't have to do.
Changing a faucet doesn't require a permit, yeah.
No,
but if you do major work and you don't have a permit, appraisers, inspectors, sometimes insurance companies, and I promise you, I have seen more lawsuits, mostly involved flippers, years ago when they weren't getting permits for all the work, wound up getting sued. And take the time to get the permit or have the right people to do the permit, and it's an extra layer of protection for you.
And that's even if you say, well, I'm going to live in the house for another 5 years. What does it matter? Well, it doesn't matter. At some point, you are probably going to sell that house. And if you're not, when you're gone, one of your relatives is. And you don't want that to be an obstacle to a sale.
I had a sale
last year. They did an addition in 1984. And the homeowner remembers meeting the inspector there. And the contractor was no longer around. The appraiser saw there were no permits for the home addition. It would be a deal. I can't count that square footage.
No.
I said, well, wait a second. There was a permit. I go down to the permit office, and they said, well, we had 2 bad leaks, and everything was in paper. We don't know what we have and what you don't have. So I said, so then we don't have a record that can't be counted. 1985, we're talking almost 40 years ago. Are you serious? It wound up, the house was able to appraise without the addition less. So it had to take about $15,000 less. But it did. I mean, that's how serious it could be.
Yeah. When we're not, it's not hyperbole when we're saying that yes, you can really mess up a sale of your home if permits are not pulled on certain things. So, and as in this case, he got to sell the home, took $15,000 less. That's not good.
No.
You know, and a simple permit would have fixed that.
But they did the permit.
Right. This is a weird situation.
Very weird. But
that's how crazy real estate is. That's why you need a professional. There's so many. We wound up spending 3 weeks of literally 15 days of going down. I was at the permit office 15 days, not necessarily in a row. 15 days trying to get this worked out.
Crazy. Well, listen, hey, we got to take a break. When we come back, we're going to take more of your calls, 210-599-5555. Would love to talk to you about your home improvement questions. But right now, I want to talk to you about Right Home Services. Seeing if Edwin's on his game. He is. Edwin's on his game.
Yes.
Right Home Services, air conditioning, heating. They can help you with all of it. They can help you with change-outs. They can help you with repairs. They can help you with tune-ups. And before you know it, the summer's going to be here. It's going to be spring. You're going to need that spring tune-up. Be sure to call Right AC, Right Home Services. You can book an appointment right online at rightac.com. Rightac.com. You just click the book appointment, and you can book it right there online. Or you can call them at 444-0000 and learn more about this great company that's been around for a very long time. They are family. We're family owned and operated. They are A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau. Love that about them. And they offer same day heating and AC service in San Antonio. Call them at 444-0000. online at rightac.com.
How many callers
still?
there? How many listeners
to
do we
go
lose there
after my singing?
It all comes down to this, folks. Yep, the entire season is on the line. My throat has officially thrown in the towel. Sounds like you need Vicks VapoCool drops. They're max strength and vaporize sore throat pain. Whoa! These VapoCool drops hit fast! Speaking of fast, did you just see that play? Yeah, he vaporized that ball. That pun should have come with a penalty.
Vaporize sore throat pain with Vicks VapoCool drops. Use as directed.
James was diagnosed at 3 months old with neuroblastoma. We went from thinking we had a healthy 3-month-old little boy, all of a sudden he had this super serious cancer. It was heartbreaking. He had chemotherapy until he was just under a year old, and at that point he was in remission.
Went that way for a year and then relapsed February of 2023, and here we are 1 year later, finishing up treatment, hopefully.
The research is extremely important. The treatments that they're developing here get shared with all the doctors to help treat children worldwide.
It's contributing something like one more piece of the puzzle to curing this horrible disease. We all want the same thing. We all want our children to live, have long, meaningful lives.
Finding cures, saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
This is Martin Bomba's Rockin' Home Show on News Talk 550 KTSA and FM 1071.
And we're back. It's the Rockin' Home Show on KTSA on Facebook Live. Thank you guys for joining us on Facebook Live as well as on air. We appreciate that immensely. Martin Bomba and Mike Hermes here answering your home improvement questions at 210-599-5555, as well as your what's that thing you do? Real estate questions. That's real estate questions.
Yes.
Oh, man. So another one of the topics that you were talking about this morning was how insurance companies can force you to do repairs on your home.
This makes me literally ill.
Yeah.
Things that they've been doing. We had one.
And I'm going to let you speak about this one.
On a 2-year-old house. New construction, basically. The insurance company said they wouldn't cover the type of roof it was. This was built by, I'm trying to remember, D.R. Horton or one of those companies. They do it all over the nation.
Yeah.
And they said that they've had too many claims on that type of roof. He went to a different insurance company. It was no problem. But they're getting crazy. Another thing they're doing is you have to be very careful. They're canceling policies left and right.
Without notification?
No, they have to send you notification in writing. But they don't call you. They don't tell you anything. They send you a letter. And how many times do you get notifications for whatever, and you don't even worry about it, pay attention to it, throw it in the trash? Anyway, they have required people to replace roofs to get a new insurance policy, or to get an insurance policy on a house. I've even seen them do tree trimming. You have to trim the trees or we're not going to cover your roof.
Wow.
Those are just a few of those things. We have Jesse. Welcome to the Rockin' Home Show, Jesse.
Good morning, Jesse.
Good, guys.
Doing great. How can we help you this morning?
Great. I love your show, man. I hear it every weekend.
Well, thank you, Jesse. We appreciate that.
Yeah.
We sure do.
Okay, so right now I'm calling because I've got a little problem at my home. And I'm having trouble with my AC unit. The thing is that I have it on heat, and it doesn't blow any warm air. Just the fan is blowing.
Okay.
And I had to buy one of those small fans at Home Depot.
Space heater.
You know, that glows, and this this thing blows more warm air than the unit.
Let me ask you this, Jesse. Do you have a gas furnace or is it an electric heat pump?
It's an electric.
Okay. Then you probably need to have Right AC out there to take a look at it because there's something going on with your heat pump. I mean, yeah. And they can certainly take a look at that. Yeah, the coils could be out. There could be any number of things, but have you had somebody out there to look at it?
Well, that's the other problem. I already called. I saw a commercial about a $69 offer from one of these big companies that come out on TV. They show a warehouse, a big truck, huge truck.
Sure.
And this guy went, and then I told him my problem. And the thing is, he said, "Well, I'm gonna have to check it out from top to bottom. By the way, would you happen to have a ladder that I can use?" So,
wow, there's a red flag.
And then I asked him, "Well, don't you have a ladder?" He said, "No, I didn't bring it with me." I told him, "Yeah, well, I've got one in the garage. I've got a 6-footer. Let me go get it for you." So I went, and then he crawled up there, and then he didn't ask me what was going on. And then I told him, "Well, the thing is, it doesn't blow any warm or hot air. It's just blowing wind or air, He said, "Well, I have to go up there to see." I said, "Okay, well, I'll give you the ladder." So as soon as he just pulled up the little cover to my ceiling, "Oh, I see your problem. You don't have any insulation."
That has nothing to do with that has nothing heat. That has zero to do with whether it's.
Yeah, I told him, "What does insulation have?" I told him I had my house remodeled about 5 years ago. It's got insulation all the way around, windows, doors. Yeah, but you don't have insulation on top of the ceiling.
Well, Jesse, just in the interest of time, how can we help you?
Well, I want to know the thermostat. The temperatures match, but the thing still keeps blowing. Is this supposed to turn off at a certain time?
If you have it on auto, yes. If you have it on fan, no. It will continue to run. So if you want it to reach temperature and stop, then auto is what you want to set it at whatever set point temperature you want it to be. But if it's not blowing warm air, I don't know how it's getting to set point. So yeah.
And it constantly keeps blowing and blowing and doesn't stop.
Yeah, you need to have a good AC company out there. Please call Right AC. Their number is 444-0000. Easy to remember.
Okay, let me write that down. Okay, and you know what? The thing is, they already took me in for $495.
I am so sorry.
I would call them and complain. They charge you $500 to tell you you don't have insulation.
I called them back, and then they told me, "Well, we'll send somebody out there until tomorrow." I told them, "You."
So what did Jesse? What did they do for $500? What did they do?
He said that he went outside to check the unit, and it was low on Freon, and he had to fill it up.
That has nothing to do with the heat. Nothing. Please call Right AC 444-0000, 444-0000, and they will get out there and do something that will help you out and do it right and not take advantage of you. Thanks, Jesse.
I don't want to say the name.
Yes, please don't. Please don't. Appreciate that. Hey, we got another caller on the line. Don't want to keep them waiting. Let's get to James. James, good morning. Welcome to the Rockin' Home Show.
Hey, good morning, guys. I had a quick question. We recently bought a house, and I was just curious, short of trying to go to the realtors to get in touch with the previous owners, is there a way to track down who did the roof replacement?
Yeah, you have the permits. If you go online, whatever county you're in, pull up the permits, and it should show who pulled the permit.
Okay, awesome. I wasn't sure. I was like, sort of trying to get a hold of them. I wasn't sure if there was a way to do that. So
But I promise you,
and I was like, hey,
I promise you, James, being a realtor for 40 years, I would feel hurt if I could help you and you didn't want to call or bother me. That's what we're there for. We're there for after the sale, and we always wanted to help.
okay, awesome, appreciate that.
You got it. Have a great weekend.
You too. Thank you.
Thank you, James. Appreciate you calling this morning.
Should we go to
Stephen,
I think we can. Yeah, we can pop one more in here. Manuel, hang on, and Stephen, you're up next on the Rockin' Home Show.
Morning, Martin. How are you? This is Stephen from Fredericksburg again.
Yes, sir. How you doing?
Yeah, good. We had a new water heater put in here last couple of months ago. I guess it's probably 6 or 8 months ago, 40 gallons. If we were to go to an on-demand water heater, which you don't have a tank or anything, we need more bigger line because we have a 3/4 inch line coming out of the slab for the water heater back there. Would you need more volume or whatever for an on-demand water heater?
No, sir. You're not going to need any more volume of water. Do you have gas? Do you have
gas?
Yes, gas is definitely the way you want to go. You can go electric, but you typically, yeah. But I get gas.
We have a gas water heater now, but when we need more volume, that gas line's been in the slab for however old the house is.
Well, a plumber, a qualified plumber who would come out and install that for you could answer that question.
They're not going to
install a new water heater if the plumbing is not, if the gas
is not. Well, no, I think he's talking about the capacity of the water volume coming into it.
No, the gas.
The gas.
All the plumbing is brand new.
Oh yeah, I can't see the gas being. I don't know for sure, so I don't want to say definitively. But yes, your professional who comes out and installs that, they will make sure that it's installed properly.
Because we had a Generac home generator put in about 2 years ago. Had to put in a new 1-inch line from the gas meter over there.
And you may for this as well. You may have to for this as well.
Pump off of that into the water heater then?
You leave that up to the professional.
Yes, yes.
Professional install the gas line and the Generac,
So you're good there. Absolutely, just hire that we were talking about earlier. DIY versus hire a professional. Get a professional out there.
Yeah, we hire a professional to install the Generac and the gas line.
We'll get a professional plumber out there, and I know that there are some good ones up there.
But he's a plumber.
Okay. Well, listen, Stephen, thank you, brother. Appreciate you calling this morning. Always good to hear from you. Manuel, don't go anywhere. You'll be coming up next whenever we come back from the break. But right now, I do want to talk to you about my friends over at Apple Pest Control. Apple Pest Control is that company that you call and you trust because if it bugs you, it bugs Apple. They are locally owned. They are locally invested. They care about our community because they're part of our community. Been family owned since 1984, and they have the most respect for their clients and their homes. You don't have to worry about if you're hiring the right company to come in your house because that's a vulnerable thing to have somebody come into your home. And if you're looking for pest control that more people prefer in San Antonio, it's them. It's Apple Pest Control. They're the pest control company that I use. I know many people, many friends that use Apple Pest Control, and I've never had anyone say a bad thing about them. They are just a great company. Family owned since 1984. Stan Goodson and the Goodson family. They're native San Antonians. They are involved in the community. And when you choose Apple Pest Control, they have a family that's going to take care of you like family for all of your pest control needs. And this time of year, rodent control as well. If you have rats or mice or any other critters that get in your walls or your attic, call Apple Pest Control. Apple Pest Control's number. Apple Pest Control's number is 210-695-8946. That's 210-695-8946. Online at applepestcontrol.com.
For more than 50 years, attorney Joe A. Gomez has helped injured people involved in car and trucking accidents. He's a personal injury lawyer, born and raised right here in San Antonio. Call 210-736-4040 for a free consultation or visit GomezLawFights.com. Always remember, Gomez Law Fights.
Hi, this is Bob Webster from my friends at Medina Agriculture. You know, a lot of people don't think about fertilizing at this time of year, but if you haven't fed within the past 2 or 3 months, it's one of the most important things you can do, and there's no better fertilizer out there than Medina's Growing Green. I mean, it's OMRI certified, it is totally organic, fits into any organic program, and it's great for everything in your landscape. I use it in my vegetable garden all the time, but grass, trees, shrubs, it does a couple of things. It's going to make your plants more cold hardy. They're going to take the cold temperatures, whatever we get better, and they're going to get off to a stronger start next spring. So your entire landscape, your entire garden, everything would benefit from an application of Medina's Growing Green fertilizer. Totally organic, doesn't burn, and is just good for everything that grows. Might want to use a little bit of Medina's soil activator as well, just for the very best results. For over 50 years now, it's been Medina Agriculture.
This is Martin Bomba's Rockin' Home Show on News Talk 550 KTSA and FM 1071.
Rhythm while you can. Speed the rhythm. Speed the rhythm all along.
Welcome back, everybody. It's the Rockin' Home Show on KTSA. Facebook Live. Thank you guys for joining us out there on Facebook Live. We appreciate you. Great music courtesy of Edwin in the control room, but also Don Cooper Stevens putting together the playlist for us this weekend. Thank you, Don. Appreciate you, brother. If you want to get a hold of Mike during the week, you call him, you text him, you email him, and we're going to give you all that information here in a minute. And you can do the same for me. At the end of the show, we'll give out all of our contact information. But right now, callers on the line. Let's go to Steve. Steve, good morning. Welcome to the Rockin' Home Show.
Hey, Martin, how you doing?
Hey, Steve.
Yeah, I just wanted to give a little quick plug for Jim because he came over to my son's house and had a similar problem to that previous caller several calls ago.
Yes, yes.
The heat pump as well, and he got her going again. I mean, he could have thought, well, you need a new system or something like that, but very honest technician, and he's outstanding at his job. Just wanted to let you know that.
Well, that's awesome, man. That is awesome. A little plug for Jim Smith there, and Jim, I will tell you, he is not, and that's the mark of any good company. They're not going to sell you something you don't need just to sell you something. And that is something that you absolutely should look for in a contractor. Somebody comes out and is there for 5 minutes and says you need a whole new system, get a second opinion. Don't just buy that. Right?
And Martin, the quality of his work is above all standards I've ever seen. He takes his time. He does it the right way, as if the factory was out there installing it.
Well,
he replaced the condenser fan motor not too long ago, and just beautiful work.
Steve, appreciate that, and I'm sure that Jim is appreciative too. Appreciate you calling this morning.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you. We have anybody else online, Mr. Mike?
No, not right now.
Okay.
But you got about 3 or 4 minutes for somebody to call, and then we'll be until next week. And Martin, I love doing this with you because it's so comfortable, and there's no guile to this. It's all about being straightforward, doing it right, and doing it again, and then do it again.
Yep, that's absolutely right. And we've had some really good callers today, some great questions. I hate to hear it when somebody comes out of any trade whatsoever, and
$500 and say you need insulation.
That's insanity. And to say that your heater is not blowing warm air because you don't have enough insulation. Are you kidding me? I'm glad I don't. I mean, I wasn't going to let him say the name of the company because I don't want to shame somebody publicly. But if you're out there and it's your company, you might want to fix something.
Yeah.
That's not good.
If they're not fixing it already, because he called and then they're going to send somebody else out. They're going to charge again. That's my first thought.
Wow. I'm so sorry about that, but hopefully he'll get it. He'll take our advice and he'll get it all squared away.
Yeah, and Jimmy is an excellent option as well.
Jim's a great guy. Great technician. I mean, I don't know many people that know a whole lot more than he does about air conditioning.
What is his company's name?
Diamond Double J.
Diamond Double J. Okay.
Diamond Double J Services. Let's talk a little bit about some things that you want to check out on your home. We know that we've done the winter check. Spring is going to be here before you know it.
Hey, great point. Yeah.
We've had a really cold snap here, but that's not going to last forever. And you're going to blink your eyes and it's going to be spring and then summer. Things that you want to check out going into the spring, things like your foundation. You want to see how your foundation's doing, how it's fared through the winter. If you had any foundation shifting, that's a good time to check that. And of course, always a good time.
Absolutely. Think about it this way. We've been in a drought for how long now?
I don't even remember how long it's been now.
And we got a couple inches of rain last week. That pushes the house up. It dries again, it comes down. We have a little bit of a freeze. It does the same type of thing. If you're having problems, if you're seeing cracks pop up, the two easiest way to check foundation problems, what I do when I look at a house, I take a door and I open it halfway and I leave it at a 90-degree angle. And if it stays, that's a pretty good guide that it's flat.
Yeah.
If it leans one way and it won't stay, that's one of two things. Hopefully, it is just a door being out of alignment.
Yeah.
Or it could easily be the foundation. Another thing is check the windows. If your windows open easily, that's usually a great sign. If they won't open, that means a lot of times that it has shifted and
it's binding the window.
Binding the window, exactly.
And then, of course, the telltale cracks. If you have cracks at the corners of your doors, corners of your windows, that's usually a pretty good sign that you've had some shifting in your house.
Yeah,
we're going to have to get into it and get out of it because we got short time. But Javier, you're the caboose on the show today. Good morning. Welcome to the Rockin' Home Show.
Hey guys, good morning. I know I got about a minute, and that's why I called here at the end. Just wanted to update you guys on a project you were helping me on.
Awesome.
I had a house down in McAllen. Had to replace the roof because the insurance was gonna cancel me out, but got it done. It all got worked out. Passed insurance, passed all the inspections, and I just want to say appreciate you all doing that for me.
Well, thank you, Javier. I appreciate the kind words. I'm glad you got it all straightened out. And funny enough, that's something we were talking about earlier in the show is how insurance companies are forcing homeowners to do certain things or just outright canceling their policies for whatever reason, just deciding that they can't insure it anymore. So we're glad it worked out for you, Javier. And thanks for calling. Thanks for listening.
Thank you for taking the time.
We appreciate you, bud. All right. So next week, another great show coming your way. Be sure.
Are we close to doing it from the studio?
Next week.
We're going to do it.
We should be doing it. Should be doing it next week. Yeah, should be. I'm crossing my fingers.
Okay. I am so excited about the Bomba Pod.
Oh, me too. Yes, the Bomba Pod. Yeah.
I just think Bomba. And I'm really excited and very proud. I can't wait to watch it.
Well, I'm excited about it too. So keep your eye out on the socials, on YouTube. We will have hopefully website and channel up and everything in the next week or so. In the meantime, if you want to reach me during the week, drop me a line at mbomba, MBOMBA, at windowworldtx.com. Would love to hear from you. And Mike, how do we get a hold of you?
You can always call. As a matter of fact, if you called right now, we'd go to voicemail because my office is sent to my cell, 210-341-1400. We'd love to help you buy, sell, or just answer questions. And if you want to email, HOLLY, Holly at MikeHermes.com, or Mike at MikeHermes.com. You know why I give out Holly's first?
Because she's the one that'll respond quickest.
Exactly.
I know why. Absolutely. Hey, and don't go anywhere, by the way. If you were Louis and the entire thing that is the automotive show is coming up on KTSA, answering all your automotive questions. Be sure to get a line. They fill up very fast on Louis' shows, 210-599-5555. And he would love to talk to you and answer your automotive questions today.
We have an amazing family here, don't we?
We do, man. I mean, from Bob all the way down. And then, of course, you and Holly are going to be back at 3 o'clock this afternoon with the What's It Worth show.
We'll be the caboose on that side.
That's right. Hey, listen, everybody. Want to wish everyone peace and love. Be nice. It doesn't hurt anything at all. Go out, spread some kindness, and make the world a better place.
Yeah,
see you.
Catch Holly and I today.
Today, 3 o'clock. And we'll see you next time on the Rock and Home Show. Bye, everybody.
Martin, talk to you next week.
Thanks, brother.
It all comes down to this, folks. Yep, the entire season is on.